What is up, guys? It is Lifted, and in today's video we'll be getting cracked and we'll be breaking some Beckett cards and sending them back to them. So yeah, this will be the first time we'll be resubmitting cards back to Beckett, seeing how the grades bounce around and hopefully get some upgrades. So yeah, interested to see how this goes. We got a bunch of cards here that are in very good condition, some strong contenders that might just be 0.5 away or 2.5s away from pristine. And if we get a black label, that'd be very interesting. A bit unlikely to do that, but any pristines would be great. And we'll be doing things a little bit different this time. No sneak previews of the grades, not going to do the before and after kind of thing. And we'll have all these cards regraded and a few extra bonus spicy cards thrown in on top. So yeah, pretty cool stuff today, and let's get started. To give you guys a bit of a preview of what we will receive, we will be reattempting these cards here, and if I can focus, we'll show you what we got. So 10, 10, 9, 5, 9, 5, pretty promising. A little quality control issues at Beckett, so I don't mind cracking some of these. And if they stay 9.5s, I mean, I'll send them to PSA and they'll get 10. So yeah, not too concerned. But with them being so close, there are quite a bit of grades here where it's just like 2 subgrades away from black label, so 1 subgrade away from bumping up to at least pristine. And if it gets pristine, I'll be very happy and I'll keep it in that pristine grade. If it gets black label, then maybe I'll sell it and offer it on my store for you guys. So yeah, something interesting to look forward to. Hopefully we get pretty lucky today. And this is one of the cards, it's an instance where I don't really agree with the grade because the 9 centering is probably the most detrimental problem or issue with the card. So, and when I look at it, top to bottom, not too bad. Might be slightly hefty on the left side, but it's not bad. Like, honestly, I think this has pristine potential. And to see a regrade like that turn into a black label would definitely be pretty interesting to see. And this Unigaba promo, pretty interesting card, and to get a pristine 10 on this would be nice. So we already have a lot of these in PSA 10, so to get them in Beckett pristine would be our next challenge that we're attempting here. And yeah, very close to pristine, might still have black label potential depending on who's looking at it. So wish us the best of luck. And we also have our shinings. So we were actually collecting a pristine 10 set for these guys, and with how low pop some of these grades are, I think it's worth my interest to try one more time before I start searching out for them, because they might be pretty hard to find even in pristine 10. So yeah, we still have the black label, the Volcanion for sale, I think. So yeah, and this one says the surface issue is a 9. Is that what they're talking about? I hope not. But anyway, there's some sort of surface issue. And if it's a fingerprint or a piece of dust, we'll wipe it off. And maybe it'll go up to a 10. And with this Mew, the centering is pretty off. You can definitely tell by eye that the left side's heavier. But yeah, it's also one of the better ones, and with that being that close, it might still have pristine potential, but definitely not black label potential on that last one. So yeah, wish us luck. So those are the cards. Got some cool stuff there, and some strong grades with a lot of potential. Maybe we can turn one of these 9.5s into a 10 for our personal collection. And, you know, with those shinings, it might not make sense to try it so many times for the average person, but considering we're chasing the pristine 10 set, there's not a whole lot of raw copies that are in that good of condition, and there's a very low population for the 10 itself. So that's kind of the reason for why we're doing what we're doing here. And if it turns out well, we'll be happy. We've had a lot of good experience when it comes to cracking slabs on the PSA side. Sometimes there's like just a small imperfection on the surface that you can get off. Sometimes they're pretty strict on their grade and it's really close. And under another person's perspective, they might give it the higher grade. And that's when, it's worth a chance to try again. So hopefully this turns out well. We got a few other submissions in the works. I got another order at PSA right now, so that'd be really exciting to see what those get. We got a couple more submissions to drop off. I might even do a graded pack submission, but yeah, we've been opening a lot of Japanese and weighing the packs so I can grade the packs. And it's always nice to have the PSA 10 chase card, the PSA 10 pack, and then a sealed box. So that's kind of what we're going for. And if you like what you hear or see something you're interested in, feel free to reach out on Instagram. That's probably the best way you can contact me. Always making new story sales and listings and stuff like that. So new content rolling out. And if you see graded returns or something like that where you're interested in a card, feel free to reach out, because if you ask before I make the listing, you'll probably get a better deal than if there were more competition. So yeah, cool stuff coming out. We did things a little bit differently today. We kind of did a little bit of a behind the scenes type of video where instead of doing the before and after with the grade reveal like we did on previous cracked episodes, this time it's more of a preview for what you'll see next time. And for how things are formatted, maybe in the future you'll be able to see this cracked video and expect graded returns the following week. So pretty happy with things are going. A lot of projects in the works. We got tons of unboxings and stuff like that coming soon. We were just at West Coast Card Show and traded away a bunch of our high-end stuff like our Groudon PSA 10 from Ancient Origins and our tag team Magikarp and Wailord from Team Up. A bunch of crazy cards went towards some recent pickups, so expect a Pikachu-related unboxing. We got all this stuff rolling out. Oh, man. Like our tag teams. Oh, that set is so nice, and we recently picked up the last card. Oh, boy. And time for the bad news. So, unfortunately, we did have an issue, and I was not expecting to run into this problem. But when we cracked all these out of their cases, it went very smoothly. No damage to any of the cards. But I did have one concern with the Jirachi, and I thought it was a flaw that was just going to be on the case or on the sleeve. And you see that thing right next to the text box. It's like a smudge or something. And upon closer inspection, it's almost like an indent. And I do not believe that was on the card when I originally submitted it. And it was in a batch of cards that were getting like pristines and stuff. So to send a card with a flaw that obvious was not don't think I did that. So yeah, we got a 9 surface grade on a card that had almost like an indent. That's a 9. Maybe I should have kept it in the case. That might have been my mistake here this time. Well, I appreciate you if you made it this far, but it's been lifted. I'll catch you next time, and I'm out of here. Peace.